Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Now, listen, today is going to be a different type of video overall. Just, well, not really. It's a market overview, okay? Now, guys, listen, I'm trying to make myself a lot of money in this bull run. I want to make you guys a lot of money in this bull run. So, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow, and yeah, make sure to keep up. Anyways, look, become a sniper. Learn to make money in the foreign exchange markets and the crypto world. Remember, those that learn will earn, and the future is always green when you know what you're doing. Link in the description, right? Bitcoin is going to expand. I believe it's going to start expanding pretty much near the end of June/July. Now, the reason for this is because when we see on the 3-month candle, we had a big expansion, right? And that right now we're pretty much looking to be retesting these stops. And you can see the candle started from January. So January, February, March, April, May, June, right? If we break it down, April is a sell-off. May is a little bit bounce back. June right now is just, it's only been 3 days. So 2-3 days, so it's not that much data, but I do believe we could go down a little bit more before we start going back up. And I do believe we actually will be expanding in the summer because the 3-month candle is pretty much going to reject off this, and then the next 3 months are probably going to be looking nice and green. Now, that is for Bitcoin. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, other coins we've talked about on this channel recently, something like Rendy, meme coin made by Doc, still looking decent, right? Today we failed to break the 5 million market cap, and we shot back down, retested this area, and now we're in the middle, right? This coin for me still has a lot of potential. I mean, it's all up to Doc. It's all up to this YouTuber pretty much. If he's gonna be legit and he's gonna be contacting people and getting on exchanges, then this coin will blow up. If not, then it won't. Very simple. Now, another thing. I mean, like I said, my people in the private chat are still up currently 36x unless they sold already. So anyways, Myro, right? When we look at Myro, we look at this Myro, like I said, we pretty much were expecting to kind of start retesting off this area. We went a little bit higher, so that is good, but we can see from the 2-day closes, it's pretty much under this area. You can see where it's closing. So although it went higher in terms of the closing, it's a little bit lower. However, I do think Myro is going to be on the verge of exploding sooner than later. We might have another pullback down to around this area before we attempt to go back up and to pretty much, start making higher highs. Go boom, 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 boom. And then we're going to go for this area, right? 35, 36 cents. PNG, now this one was a little bit surprising to me. However, I still think the bias is the same. We had this channel over here. We broke out. We're selling off very, very, very slowly. We might have a little bit of a retracement back to the 38. If anything, remember this area over here, the 36 line, as long as we don't start trading below it on a daily and the weekly, PNG is looking absolutely fantastic. I want to double down and triple down my bag very, very soon. I'm pretty much waiting for it to go down to 42.40 before I get my final bag. Hello Labs, like I said, it's trash. I called it trash about 2 months ago. I got roasted, and look, if you took my advice, you would have just sold your position, and pretty much, yeah, you would have saved yourself some money, or prevented from having a bigger loss. And at this current moment, it is not looking good. Now, there's a potential for a very small reversal, as pretty much this area is kind of looking to become more and more of a support resistance, and it's actually looking to be broken out. If there's a shot up and it's just a failed pump, we could see price going somewhere into here before selling off even lower, right? Because as you see, this has just been a trend so far where price does this, goes up, does this and that, right? We've seen it been a trend. Technical analysis shows pretty much nothing, that no reversal coming, but yeah, and the project's pretty much dead. Render currently consolidating, right, going sideways. I would not be surprised if we had a quick dip somewhere to the 850 before we start rallying up right? This area over here, pretty much the $10 mark, is a very, very clean and beautiful support resistance. But as you guys know, that sometimes these get broken, even just for a little bit, just to sweep liquidity, just to tap into certain areas. And especially if we get a, like I said, we do go down and it's a nice strong rejection and we bounce up quickly, then that'll be confirmation that we are going to be looking to be expanding and going above the 1150 area, right? AKT, right? I have these areas drawn out. Right now it's currently pretty much consolidating, but as you can tell, we are breaking out of this area. So now we are going down here and we most likely will be retesting pretty much the 370 area before we start bouncing back up. That is my personal bias. And look, AKT overall, like I said, in a very, 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 very big box, consolidating. It is overall looking to be expanding and shooting up very, very soon in the near future, in my opinion. Right? I don't really cover XRP, ADA, same story, right? ADA went up. Now it's retracing very, very slowly. And I do think pretty much this might be your last buy zone around 44 cents before it starts rallying up. I do not believe that we will be going lower than 43 cents unless something like massively, massively, you know, changes, especially with Bitcoin. In terms of this other charts, overall, it is looking good, right? Overall, it is looking good. This is pretty much all the market cap except for the top 10 coins. So I don't think we'll be going lower. I don't think so. And look, guys, there's just so much potential. If we look over here, we're only here in terms of, you know, altcoins, right? We still haven't broke this high, and we still haven't had higher highs to pretty much the 1 trillion area where we'll most likely be peaking at in terms of probability. Okay, so there's still going to be around 3 to 4x times the amount of money in this market, and you know, a lot of fun things are going to be happening. So we just look at the final thing, which is flux, right? We pretty much had big expansion and then we sold off because, you know, April the timing a little bit. Like I said, we are in a triangle. We broke out, selling off a little bit. Probably going to go to this daily candle before we start moving up. There's pretty much a resistance right here. Once we break this resistance, we're going to be looking to be shooting overall up back to the $1.30 area. So there you go, guys. Yeah, some updates for multiple coins. And yeah, guys, I'll talk to you guys next time.